What's going on, everyone? Lemon here, and decided to bring you a bit of a different lemonade video today. A bit of a lemonade video to tide you over with things. The Sonic Unleashed video for the main Lemon channel is very nearly ready. It is very close. I did go away, I did go abroad for a bit, and I actually did catch COVID-19, which did kind of cause issues, obviously. So right now I'm actually isolating, and I do have COVID, so if you do hear me sniffle or, like, I don't know, my voice sounds a bit worse than usual, you know, there's why. But yeah, basically decided to just do a bit of a different thing here. That video I would imagine be coming out in a few days. But up until then, I decided to do this to tide you guys over. So obviously, I'm sure a lot of you are aware, I'm a big fan of the SEGA Dreamcast, and one of the kind of things about the SEGA Dreamcast that made it so ahead of its time, really, for me and for many others in my opinion, was the online capabilities of the console. So, you know, bear in mind this console originally released in 1998. It was the first actual console to come built in with a with internet features built in. All other consoles had done some form of like online connectivity before, like the Sega Saturn and even like the Sega Mega Drive and stuff had like like the Sega Channel and X-Band and stuff like that, but again they were all very limited and they were all done through add-ons that you have to buy for the console. But Sega Dreamcast was different in the fact that it came built in with a dial-up modem, so you could literally just connect to SegaNet or Dream Arena or whatever it's called in your region out of the box. And now obviously the main thing this was used for was for online gaming and stuff like that, but the Sega Dreamcast also did come with a web browser. Now bear in mind this is, you know, 1999, the web browser is not built into the Sega Dreamcast home menu. It's quite simple really. You just got play, game disc, file, settings, and music, which is basically just for like playing a CD. But it did come with web browser. The web browsers came on discs. They would actually come built in with bundled in with the console as well, so you did actually get a web browser free with Sega Dreamcast. Now obviously what a few of you might be aware, obviously the Sega Dreamcast online connectivity had died long ago in around 2002, but since then there have been like private servers and you can still get your Sega Dreamcast online through a variety of methods. The most popular and easiest and common one is the Dream Pi method, where you basically use a Raspberry Pi to basically convert your broadband connection to a dial-up connection for the Dreamcast, and then also connect to private servers. Now yeah, so basically, you know, I do that and play a variety of different games, Quake 3, Phantasy Star Online, shit like that. But I do have a Dreamcast web browser, so, and I did this a few years ago without making a video on it. I did look at the web browser and just basically see how it holds up, how well it handles the modern internet, basically, and it was looking pretty rough last time, I won't lie, and that was about 2 or 3 years ago now. But I did manage to get onto some sites. I managed to get onto, like, I think I got onto eBay. eBay was probably one of the furthest I got. I actually was trying to buy something on eBay. I wanted to buy something from a Sega Dreamcast, but it did crash just before I could take payment. So I got relatively far though. eBay was working. I know the official Sonic the Hedgehog website was working, and a few stuff was working. But that was a few years ago. So basically, what we're going to do is we are going to connect it. I've got my Dreamcast all hooked up to my Dream Pi here. Everything's set up, and we're basically just going to connect to Dreamkey 3.0. Dreamkey 3.0, I've got the latest version of the web browser here. This was released in 2001, and this is the last web browser for the Dreamcast. In the obviously each region from American, PAL, and Japan, each region had a different kind of, like, they had different web browsers and stuff like that. Ours is Dreamkey, and this was the last version of Dreamkey that was released. So this is a web browser from 2001. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put it in the Dreamcast, and we'll see you in a sec. Okay, so Dreamkey is booting up. just wait for this splash screen to load. But yeah, again, I wanted to do this for a while, but I've always kind of been amazed really at how ahead of the time this console was really. I mean, this was 1998 originally, 9 internationally, so you can see there at the bottom SEGA Corp 2001. This is the last version, so we don't need to set up anything. We're just going to go straight online, and it's going to try and dial to the internet. Hopefully this works. Everything is set up right. I did just do a test just before starting this video. If all goes right, we should be able to dial up. Now obviously this is dialing a fake number. I'm obviously not using dial-up. I don't think anyone really has dial-up anymore in 2021. But it's basically, this is the fake number that you give the Dreamcast. It's going to connect to the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi is obviously getting its internet connection through Ethernet, so a broadband connection. So it's basically going to take that connection and basically use it as a dial-up connection. Yep, so we're going to please wait, which usually means we are connected. Yeah, so hopefully, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is going to show up. This does not mean that this doesn't work. Basically, the web page that this thing automatically tries to go to is long dead. So what we're going to do is we're basically just going to put in Google. I do have my keyboard here with me. So the web browser as well was compatible with the official Dreamcast keyboard and mouse. I've got the keyboard here with me, not the mouse. But again, that was just like another thing. It basically made the Dreamcast in 1999 a personal computer. When looking at like older footage of like this thing back in the day, obviously it's not going to look. It's going to look horrendous now. This is like a 20-year-old web browser and like a 22-year-old console. But for the time, you know, it could manage with the website, manage websites quite well, and it looked pretty competent. So oh wow, okay, so Google actually, I did not expect that. So usually we do just get the Google, the standard Google logo, but it actually has given us this is, you know, the way Google changed their logo for like every week or something, or every day, just to like, I don't know, celebrate something. So this is actually, it actually has done that, which I didn't think it would. Can we click on that? This thing. Let's give it a go. So just for comparison, to see how slow dial-up internet was, in the bottom right corner here you can see that connect and then that timestamp. So that was the average estimated time of how long it's going to take to load the page, and it's measured in minutes and hours. Bear in mind we're doing like seconds and milliseconds now. Okay, so yeah, that actually worked. So we can see here that is about the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020. Yeah, okay, so let's go back to Google, just back to the home page, and let's try and get onto some sites. As you can see, you know, it's looking very, very dated. This is not, you know, this is not how YouTube works. This is not how Google really looks, but it has loaded. You know, it has loaded, and that's a fair thing. We've got stuff up here like, what is this? Images, mail, play, YouTube, news, Gmail. Let's try YouTube. No. Images. Images. Okay, so we get images. Let's put something into the images, see what we can get. Hopefully images work. Again, last time I used this was about 2 or 3 years ago. Is this? Oh yeah, I thought it just defaulted back, but this is images. Last time I used this, it was about 2 to 3 years ago, and even then it was like not most stuff, over majority was not working, but I'd managed to get on a couple of things. Let's just do 2. But I did manage to get a couple of things working, and I'm just interested to see now. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot worse this time, because in the time since I've done that, obviously Flash has been abandoned, and not that this runs on Flash, but that kind of had egged on a lot of people who owned websites to basically rehaul the website and rewrite it, and, you know, redo it up basically and stuff like that. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that crisp? You can see SEGA Dreamcast. Wow. There we go. And it actually can. There we go. I'm gonna have to blur that, but it actually does get my location there. So it actually, even the location thing, services and stuff are working on the Dreamcast, which is quite good to see. Let's try and go to Amazon. No. Okay. Tell you what, let's try and get. Should we try and get me in it? Okay, let's try and get me up. So if I put lemon, obviously what's going to come up is all that's going to come up is a fruit. So I'll have to just think of a popular video. This is just images, and nah. You know what? There we go. There I am. Found me. I'm on the Dreamcast. I've made it. Okay. Right. So images works. Okay. Let's go back to Google. Let's go back to Google. Let's try more sites. Okay. I suppose the main things I should jot off really is like the social media platforms and stuff like that. Let's give Twitter a go. One sec. Let's try. Nope. Let's try. Facebook. No. Let's try. Let's tell you what. Let's try one that I know did work last time. I'm gonna do eBay. Let's give eBay a go. So again, it's really interesting to see basically modern internet like used in this way, like well, not shown in like a very old fashion. Wikipedia. Oh, it's trying Wikipedia. Oh, we may get Wikipedia. No. Okay, no Wikipedia. That's a shame. eBay did work last time, so obviously since then, again, this is a very, very, very outdated web browser at this point. Obviously, I mean, I'm sure you can tell. So we are rapidly losing the amount of things you can do on this, really. Obviously, Amazon doesn't work. I'm just trying to think of like shitty websites, really, older websites. See if we could just ask like Google question, like, what's the weather like here? Let's try that. Obviously this should work, and okay, let's have a look. So it's figured out where I live. Okay, right, that's not bad. So we got the temperature there, time there, and it actually even says what we're forecast to be, mostly sunny. So okay, that's quite good. BBC weather, maybe. Not gonna work now. Let's try. Tell you what, let's try. CNN. Let's try. I'll tell you what, that's another one I remember that worked. Sonic the Hedgehog. So it's weird that Google manages to. Google's weirdly like works very well. It's like one of the out of all the websites that are most likely to work with like these really, really old, outdated web browsers. Like Google's one of the ones that always seems to be. So we're getting this is actually, so we can see Twitter to a degree. We're actually seeing like these are actually tweets from the official Sonic account there. See, I'm talking about Sonic Colors on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, you can see, you know, memes and stuff. So we can get some stuff. There's Sonic the Hedgehog website. So basically anything that's shown within the Google homepage, we still get. Maybe we could try. So far the only site we've managed to get is Google and Google Images, which still falls on the Google. Maybe let's try like a different search engine or something. Let's try like, can we get another search engine? Let's try some search engines. So let's try like Ask Jeeves. Does anyone still use Ask Jeeves? Is it even called Ask Jeeves anymore? Is it just called Ask? Yeah, it's just called Ask. Let's try Ask. No. Okay, so Ask Jeeves did not work. Okay, after all that, come on, it can't just be Google. I came on here I swear in the span of about 2 years ago, there was stuff that was working. Let's try Bing. Bing, come on. It can't just be Ask Jeeves. It can't just, I mean, it can't just be Google, sorry. It can't just be Google. If Google can get on. See, we can see Twitter to a degree because we're seeing what Microsoft Bing is saying on Twitter there. Let's just try actual Bing, because I'm thinking, oh, come on. Let me try through URL. I swear I remember Bing working last time. Come on. Aha! Okay, so that's interesting. So that would refute. Oh, okay, wow. Okay, so that is really interesting. So it appears that what's actually stopped working is being able to click links from Google itself. But we actually, this is Bing. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if we can sign in to. Can we go to Outlook? Probably not. No. Calendar? Nope. Okay, but this is it. I mean, this is Bing videos. Ah, no way. If you can get a video on the SEGA Dreamcast, I give up. There's no fucking way this thing can play a video. Interestingly enough, at the time, it did have video functionality, so you could watch. I know in Japan they released like a disc for like web TV or something where you could watch through your Dreamcast. So at the time, it could support whatever that was, but video. Again, all these sites as well, they never load properly. They all were loaded in this like very simplistic, basic nature. Interestingly enough, though, like again going back to that couple of years ago when I did do this, Sonic the Hedgehog's website loaded fully, and it used all the like background images and everything. It didn't load like this. And eBay as well. eBay loaded fully as well. It looked like the full normal site. It took very long to load, but it did actually load and it did get there. Yeah, come on. I don't think Bing is. Let's just try. See what comes up. This doesn't work. Let's try. Okay, one sec. AOL.com. Let's give AOL.com a go. No, okay, so AOL doesn't like AOL. Let's try Reddit.com. So it's trying is Dreamcast. Oh, okay, right. Okay, so one of the websites that is Dreamcast friendly that I know for a fact is Dreamcast Live. So Dreamcast Live is a website hosted by like a load of members, hosted by a guy. It's not all members, sorry. Hosted by a guy who's basically does a lot for the Dreamcast Online community. He's very active in like making videos and tutorials on how to connect your Dreamcast Online, and he actually sells the kits to get your Dreamcast Online and stuff like that, which is quite cheap. I recommend you check out the site. But basically, his website Dreamcast Live is Dreamcast friendly. Basically, let's just get the URL up. I'm pretty sure it's, if we just go dc.dreamcastlive.net. Let's see. Aha! Now this is more like it. Now, obviously, now you can kind of get a better snapshot. You can kind of get a better snapshot here of like what an actual website on Dreamcast would have looked like in like 2000 or 2001, because obviously this has been made in mind with the Dreamcast, and I am obviously this has been made in mind with the Dreamcast, so you can see like it's a bit more kind of like less disgusting. Really interesting thing about the Dreamcast web browser, which I guarantee you would not have suspected this supports, but if you can see here, we've got the DLC archive, right? The web browser, you could actually download files from the web browser on Dreamcast, and you could actually download DLC for games officially. So if we go down to, if we go to Sonic Adventure here, right? So this is an archive because all of these have been long removed now. if we go Sonic Adventure here, you can see all these different DLCs that they had. So they had certain things on that went on for like 8. This was like one of the first examples of DLC. Remember, these are all free. You've got like AT&T event. This is where they did a sponsorship with AT&T. Basically puts like AT&T posters everywhere. Christmas event, EU Dreamcast launch party event. Now this one's interesting. So with the launch party, what it basically does is, you know, like Station Square, the hub world and stuff, it's all basically changed. There's like a 9999, the Dreamcast launch date, and like a Dreamcast congratulations on the launch thing, and it's really cool. So let's download that just to show that you can do it. So see, you know, it's giving us the option, do I want to download that? It's going to go straight to the VMU, and it's going to download that. So it's that still works, that functionality is still there. So we've just downloaded something off the internet with a Dreamcast, which again is amazing that was done in. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing that you could do this. I mean, it's just so ahead of its time. It's ridiculous. Like, there we go. So that's been saved to my VMU now. So next time I go into Sonic Adventure, that will go up. But you know, there's more stuff here. You've got like, you know, Halloween event, Japanese Christmas event, Japanese Dreamcast launch party, Famitsu magazine events, menu voice pack. Oh, menu voice pack, right? So these are like where you can change the voice packs to different characters instead of like the normal select your file. You can like choose whoever you want. So there's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Gamma, Eggman. You know, it's really cool. So let's head back up. Let's go back here. So obviously we can also go on this. We can see. Let's go news. You can basically just see what's going on. Let's do the last little look on this one. Yeah, so it's actually got the news and stuff. There we go. So you can see basically stuff for like what's going on with the Dreamcast and stuff like this. I don't really think this site is kind of updated as, isn't really used as much and updated as much as the actual normal Dreamcast Live, which is for like as videos and stuff and game night highlights and stuff like that. But it's an interesting kind of one. Another one that might be good is Dream Pipe. So this is another kind of website that has been made. This is a website that's been made on this is a website that's been made with the Dreamcast web browser in mind. So again, this really is probably one of the best ones to get you, like, so you can really kind of get a snapshot of what the Dreamcast web browser experience would have looked like all those years ago, rather than now where it's just like, you know, shite. There we go. So obviously it's going to take a second to load. As you can see, you know, images do load and stuff like that. Just give it some time. Now this one's actually quite impressive, especially because we actually do have moving stuff here. Welcome to Dream Pipe. This website is very experienced. So I'm pretty sure this is like basically like a hub for different things. You've got like leaderboards, login, updates. Let's have a look at updates. So it's basically just a portal to like different things online about the Dreamcast. Like I said, the Dreamcast online community is still it's still quite active. You know, there is a solid community there. So a lot of stuff has been restored. So we can see here, you get like, you know, Dream Pipe maintenance, more Dream Pipe features, Toy Racer website. Okay, so we can see like Jet Set Radio back online. So if we look at the Jet Set Radio one, I think we might be able to go to the Jet Set Radio website actually. Let me have a look if we can go there. Oh wow, so this is like a talk forum. I've been wearing these diapers for 3 weeks straight. So wow, look at this. It's SA1 World Ranking Contest Challenge. So this is from the 17th of July 2021. This is recent. Wow. So this again. See, you know, there's still people on here. There is still people on here doing things. Is PSO still online? You know, there is kind of like stuff to do. So I mean, let's have a look at. I want to see if we can get to the show Sonic Adventure. Let's see if we can get to the Sonic Adventure website. Okay, let's try and go home. So basically guys, right, so this basically, I'd say for like the web browser section of this video, we should probably leave it here because it does not look like anything at all really is working on this web browser anymore. Let's try like news or something. And what we're going to do after this though is I'm going to get some games up. I'm going to get Sonic Adventure, Jet Set Radio, and we'll go to the website section of those games, and we're gonna see what those games are like. Or maybe let's try like Friv. Don't know why Friv came to mind. It was just like an old Flash game site I used to use all the time. Or we could try Newgrounds. Maybe. Let's try Newgrounds. No, okay, alright. So, it's not happening. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna get some games that do have online functionality on them restored. I'm gonna pop out Dream Key 3.0, or what the fuck was it called? Was it yet Dream Key? I'm gonna pop in some games like Sonic Adventure and stuff, and we'll see the fully restored sites of them, so we can basically get a good idea of what a Dreamcast website would have looked like all those years ago. Okay, URL. Okay, so let's just enter the URL. sonic-adventure.com/drmcst.htm. Let's go. Aha, okay, right, so again, now this is the same thing that is loads before, it's just if we can get to the actual home page. Yes! Okay, right, finally. Okay, so the Sonic Adventure does work. I'll just wait for it to load for you. Obviously I'm going to speed this up because, you know, we don't have all day, but this is the Sonic Adventure website. I'm pretty sure it's going to look better than that, but you can see here, you can get like the updates. Chat, community, chat. Ah, okay, so it is loading. Sorry, I probably need to give it time to load. Okay, so we can chat. Community. Okay, so like all these games had original chat rooms. So again, like this has been restored, but this is still like the original. This is what it was. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let this fully load because I could tell last time it was. I clicked off it basically before it finished loading. I know there is a background to it and stuff, so I'll give it some time. Let it catch up. Let it catch up. There we go. Okay, so that's what the website would have looked like. Quite an interesting design, to be honest. Quite cool. I'm a fan. So you can see over here, community. Here we go. Boards. Maybe are these chat things still active? So what basically happened is the guy who restored this bought the domain. He rebought the domain. I think what happened with the original kind of obviously. I tried to load this through the game first instead of Dream Key. Is on the game it's basically just it's probably because it's a PAL copy of Sonic Adventure. It probably tries to load to like an EU version of this site, which obviously doesn't exist. But yeah, okay, so that's Sonic Adventure. That's quite cool. Let's try Jet Set Radio. So 1 second. Jet Grind Radio again. So this is the US version. This is the US version of the site, so again this can still be accessed on a PAL site, but I'm going to assume that if I try to access this through my PAL version of the actual game, it's not going to work, because it's going to redirect me to the European version of this site, which does not exist still. Aha! So this is what the original Jet Set Radio site would have looked like. Okay. That's okay, that's fine. They even keep the original. Jet graffiti as art, but it's also a crime thing. Yeah, so this was the original Jet Set Radio site. So you can see it's literally been archived right from the last time. It was like, you know, from the time November 7th, 2000. Welcome to Jet Grind Radio Internet HQ. Now again, this was also interesting, the fact that you can upload your rankings to compare them, and you can also upload graffiti as well. See, there's also a graffiti section here and a login section, so you can make an account and like log in. If you look at rankings here, we probably should have a snapshot of like different players from around the world, so you can enter a ranking from your VMU. Let's see what we got. Again, this is quite a cool, interesting design. This is probably a better. So again, you can see the Dreamcast still can get online. This is probably a much better snapshot, really, into what the online experience on the Dreamcast would have been like, rather than trying to force it to run fucking Amazon on fucking a web browser from 20 years ago. Because those sites aren't made with shit like this in mind. Of course, they're not. You know what I mean? Let's enter rankings. So there we go, we can see, oh wow, this is cool. Again, you can see how long it takes for websites to load, and just again, I know I said it before, but just to show you how slow internet was, the time, you'll give it a timestamp there to measure it, and it's in minutes and fucking hours. So so you get all the maps here: Shibuya Cho, Benton Cho, Kogen Cho. Let's say, let's just do Shibuya. Select the map. Jet graffiti. Again, this is fucking 2000. There is no open contest for this at this time. Please try again later. Yeah, there probably wouldn't be. I did kind of think that. Again, it's fucking it's been 21 years. Let's try Shibuya GG. Aha! Wow. So you can upload, or you can just browse. So okay, that's interesting. I like. Let's go back. Let's go back to the home page. Again, for the time, like, this was a fully fleshed out web browser. Like, mouse support and keyboard support. It was basically literally just a normal web browser. You can have bookmarks. You've got, like, your commands here. We can go back through rankings. Back it up through rankings. Fuck off rankings. We're done with rankings. Hints and tips. Let's have a look at hints and tips. Go on, hints and tips. Are you stuck in Togoto? I'm in trouble. See, check on the artwork. So you can upload your graffiti. Yeah, that's what we'll try. We'll try the graffiti one last time. Yeah, graffiti. So you can use this page to search, download, and upgrade graffiti. So enter graffiti. Let's just do small. So basically what you do is to upload one, obviously when you can make your graffiti in the game and it will save as a file on the VMU, you then literally upload that file from your VMU and upload it there, so that's quite cool. Top 10 downloaded, let's begin search, see if anything comes up. So I'm not sure if there's nothing here or it just hasn't loaded yet. Yeah, if there's nothing here, again, I'm not surprised. Like, the site's been restored, but it's not really being actively used by anyone anymore. It's more basically kept up as an interesting, like, snapshot into, like, time of, like, remember this. Yep, that doesn't work anymore. Okay, let's try the last game. I'm going to try Metropolis Street Racer. Yeah guys, that's going to do it. This was just I'd say quick, but I don't know how long this has gone on for. Just a little video I wanted to do to kind of bridge the gap. My next Lemon video is due to come out very soon now, so I thought I'd just get this out there. I wanted to do a video like this for ages and basically just document the state of the Dreamcast web support, I suppose, in 2021, and as you can see, it is not good at all. The only actual modern websites we got to load were Bing and Google. Google's probably the one that's got the most it's the most intact really. But again, trying to get to an actual website past Google is proving very difficult now. But yeah, if you all enjoyed this video, thank you for watching and sticking to the end. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to subscribe to the second channel, which is the one you're on now, Lemonade. If you do want to see more like proper stuff from me with like some of my bigger videos that are like edited and scripted and stuff like that, make sure to check out the main channel, Lemon. That's where like my main proper stuff is. So obviously that's always the one to point people to first. This is just a second channel for me. And if you do want to kind of hear more from me and kind of have a chat and stuff, I do have a Discord server, and there'll be a link to that in the description, along with a Twitter as well, so you can follow me on Twitter if you want to kind of see what's up with me. And that's it, guys. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you very soon in my upcoming Lemon video. And yeah, I'll see you later.